Hey everybody. Hey, what I'm doing right now on the Firebird is I'm going to take out pretty much the headliner. It's not in very good shape, but I'm going to get it out now and I'll worry about the condition of it later. I'm going to put it in the black Firebird. This is my donor car, so taking out those. And then these visors, and then get this down and out of here. Then maybe I'll try to restore this somehow and put it in the other car. And then I've got all my wiring, and the kick panels are out, and the Blackbird. And I'm going to get those put back in. But yeah, I end up changing that coolant again, and seems to be running right between, I guess, the first line and the 210 line. So it's like right in the middle right there. I turned the heat off. I think it may have fluctuated a little bit. It went up a little bit, not much, but seemed to stay pretty consistent. So I'm thinking it might have just been air in the line, but I let that run for a good, I'd say 20-25 minutes. You know, just working the air out of the system. And there's one little button right here. I probably need to go get a tool. But yeah, that's the donor car. I've took a lot of parts off of it already. Got my tools in the Blackbird because I went down, pulled the starter on that Dodge truck of my buddy's. It's not in there. I guess the solenoid went bad. Here we go. That's what I'll use. So, the auto parts store. The auto parts store actually had a whiteout there for a minute, but the auto parts store honored the warranty. They got another one coming in tomorrow, so I'll get that changed out for him. He had hernia surgery, so he's down for a couple weeks. Tear it up anymore, but I guess it don't really matter. It needs fixed anyway, but kind of want to save this clip. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to save it. Yeah, I got it a little bit out there. Man, them things are in there good. My goodness, that sucker is in there. These things. Breaking it, so I don't know that I'm going to get it too far out of here because it's actually got the seat belt going through it. sure if this is really salvageable, but got a backlight right here. I think it actually, what in the world? I guess I'll get a, I knew that screwdriver was going to be too big, but maybe I'm going to give up on this because it's already broke right in half. Oh well. It kind of looks, it don't look bad. It's just the metal there anyway, so. Need a little bit smaller of a screwdriver. That's, looks like it's got a little bit more of a point. But I don't know. It just broke in half. That stuff is so soft. So the only thing holding it together now, I think, is the material. Yeah, that's right size. And this light right here, still holding it in. But either way, I mean, I wanted to get out here, get the kick panel from this side, our driver's side, is better shape than the one that was in the Blackbird. So I think the guy had it before me, put a big bolt through, way oversized bolt through it to screw it down. So some rat poo. What in the world is that? Oh, that's another one of those clips that was back here. So I'm gonna still take this to the shed. Yeah, I'm accumulating quite a bit of parts here. I'll probably take the back seat out. And I was wanting to get that harness out of here. May try to sell some of this stuff that I don't need. I mean, I got these on my other one, but I do want to get the heater motor for blower and the windshield wiper, but get a nice little pile of parts here. I mean, I got the bucket seats, all this plastic molding from the back and the front dash, got the steering column, foot pedal assembly, and those little switches, which I may need. There's the dash. I got a hood there. It's good, it's muddy, needs cleaned up, but these are all extra parts. Now I want to lay this kick panel on the driver's side, and the other one had just a big hole right here in the side of it. and look really bad, so. So see, I still have all this wiring that's exposed. I need to probably, use a twisty and cap this off. I think this orange one actually, I probably should have swept all under here. And maybe I'll do that. Yeah, snow's a melting and we're getting quite a bit of water sitting around, so I don't know. You'll probably run a cord out there real quick. There's the power. But I'm not kidding. I think somebody took this car mudding or something. It's got mud in places that it shouldn't have. got some trash out of there. And try to locate my screws. I got a couple over here that I can use. I don't think any of this is any good. I'll set that up here just in case. I need to get this all tucked away, so I'll go get some black tape. Get some black tape. Maybe some of these caps. I can cap off some of the wires. There's some black tape. And then I got, I believe this is the kick panel for that other side. So these wires, I think they have power going to them, but I'm just gonna fold them over, tape them up, and I got, I don't know how to do that, but the dash is popping out there because I threw some of these boxes, electrical boxes, is down here, back here behind the radio and heater control panel. I'm thinking I could actually unhook these wires. There's a blue, a green. They're not going to anything. I think they were originally hooked up for some gauges. So I may just get under there, under the hood, unhook these because I don't see them spliced into anything else for anywhere. I don't see them split off to power anything else. I think he had a little gauge cluster in here and it wasn't hooked up. He just never got around to doing it, or didn't know how, or gave up. There's literally snow sliding off my roof. It's pretty windy over here. I'd have done this in the garage, but that thing's so small, you can't open these doors enough to work like this in here, so but I may use these wires at a later time. I'm not sure. I may put those gauges in, but I've got most of all the factory gauges working except for the oil pressure. I may need a sensor there, and actually the speedometer, which this engine came out of an automatic car, and now in this car had the T56 in it, so it must not have had the exact same plug. And actually, I'm not even sure if the automatic was driven by cable and this one's by sensor, so. But yeah, this wiring was an absolute nightmare. I guess it could have been worse. And I do have a little black box that this yellow plug was plugged into over there on the other side. I don't know what it's for, but it's just dangling over there, the plug is. So I thought about, I already got the box off the other one. I might as well use it. Piece of tape ready. I'm sure there's a much better way of doing this, but I'm not even sure if I'm going to keep the car, because I really want to do an LS swap. Hoping I can get this all shoved up underneath there. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's where it came from, but I think this harness has been hacked and cut into so many times probably. I mean, it had a 327 carbureted engine in it, so wow, what the heck. Black tape. I really think I just need to tape it up just long enough to try to get it shoved up in here while I put that. I think there's a panel. Open. Well, let's see if I can find what panel went under here. Sure if this is it. Well, that maybe went under the try to find this black box. Yeah, I'm not sure what this is for. I guess if you know, let me know. But this one didn't even have one. And I believe this is the right connection for it. So, not really sure what that does, but so I'm just trying to get this wiring shoved up under here so I can put this kick panel back on. There's still a couple little plugs. I don't know what they go to. Haven't really that's my fuel pump relay right there. Just gonna throw these boxes back up in here best I can. I can get that in there. I think maybe this piece. Sure. Where does this go? It looks like that's broke there. Not sure what that is. I do have you still have this piece. And actually, where is that? I got my trunk popper. How did I do that? I've got the trunk popper somewhere. Right here. Or the hatch popper. I've had it plugged in and working, so actually went to. might as well. I think I might have my tape. I just spliced into a ground right here, these wires. I better tape them up too. Looks like somebody spliced into these things. I'm trying to probably find a hot wire. I definitely don't want an electrical fire, so I do have a fire extinguisher in here. Just in case. But yeah, I'm going to get these wires tucked back, get the kick panels on, probably clean it out, sweep it out a little bit more. But it is running, like I said, between the first line and 210 right in the middle there with the heat on or off. So I mean, that's a big improvement from where it was. And you know, it was coming out the top of the radiator cap. It was getting so warm, so I just, it's either air in the line or just too much trash in it. I'm not real sure what this little bulb and all that stuff is for, but I don't think I need it. Definitely don't need it right now. I mean, I want to use this as my daily driver to get back and forth to work, so my wife can have the Challenger. I can have me a V8 car instead of a 6-cylinder.